A terrifying new development coming out of Colorado. Kamala's border failure strikes again as a new terrifying video shows armed Venezuelan migrant gangsters taking over another apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado. We are being conquered by illegals. This is the Gateway Pundits Week in Review. My name is Elijah Schaffer, and this is the Gateway Pundits Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours in around 10 minutes. Our top story today from Jim Hoff covers a crazy story developing in Colorado as illegal migrant gangs are conquering more of the city. The ongoing crisis at the U.S. southern border, exacerbated by border czar Kamala Harris's failed leadership, has reached alarming new heights. A shocking video released by Fox 31 Denver reveals the frightening reality of the situation. Armed members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua have taken over yet another apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado, terrorizing the local community. The Gateway Pundit previously reported that Fitzmason's apartment complex in Colorado was forced to close its doors, displacing hundreds of families who have called the building home. The takeover is the direct result of the Biden-Harris regime's dangerous open border policies. City officials initially claimed that the closure was due to code violations, but residents and local leaders are not buying it. To show you the reality of how they take it over, watch this alarming clip. This is coming to a city near you. This is the state of America under Kamala Harris's border policies. If this is her currently in power, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to change? Clearly nothing. That's why it's so funny. In our next story, it comes from Ben Stiller. So he actually said something ridiculous. He said he's supporting Kamala because it's time for change. You know, despite the fact that she is the vice president and is already calling the shots in the White House, Ben Stiller says that he's supporting her because it's time for change. What kind of change is that? Well, armed people taking over your property. In what appeared to be an impromptu interview, Stiller was asked by a journalist why he was supporting the Harris campaign and why he liked about her candidacy. And here's what he had to say. It's absolutely ridiculous. These people are mocking us to our faces. Watch.
Good. Do you mind answering just a quick question why you came, what you like about Harris' platform?
Just very excited about moving forward and all the energy and excitement that's around this movement right now. So that's why I'm here, because it's time for change, and it seems like it's happening.
You think she'll be able to sustain the momentum post-convention?
For sure.
You think the race is going to be close?
It's going to be close, but everybody's motivated to work.
It's time for change, huh, Ben? Do you want armed Venezuelan migrants taking over your property? I don't think so. Our next story comes as an MSNBC host threatens to sue Trump aide Corey Lewandowski for defamation, but then is exposed by his own words in a shocking video. MSNBC host Ari Melber threatened Trump aide Corey Lewandowski with the legal action during a live broadcast on The Beat. The exchange occurred after Lewandowski had the audacity to quote Melber's own words back to him, words that exposed the media's obsession with sensationalizing any aspect of President Donald Trump's life. Lewandowski, a seasoned campaign manager, played a pivotal role in his 2016 election. But instead, he called out the MSNBC host for his hypocrisy. Watch the clip for yourself. It's absolutely marvelous. Here it is.
Fox News, which has been caught in defamation, ran a false piece, falsely stating that I said something else that I didn't say. So I stand on that. I stand on the New York Times.
So you didn't say this bandage was a prop, a spectacle from a candidate who's obsessed with spectacles.
That's fair. A placard for delegates to fill in, an image for political mobilization, a spectacle for this candidate who we know is, by his own admission, obsessed with assorted spectacles. These aren't, Mr. Lewandowski, I did not say that. That is a false quote.
Right here. It's clear.
What you have is a false quote.
Said
what you have is a false quote. And I'm putting you on notice, if you continue to repeat falsely that I said that, you will be potentially in a defamation situation because I didn't say that. But I understand that you're working off the internet, which is a lot of false information.
This is what it says
I wish you
right
luck
here.
with that. And Corey Lewandowski, we gave you time.
So
I appreciate you coming on.
For that.
Thank you for joining me. Corey Lewandowski, Trump 2024. And we will be right back.
He had the quote written down. So you can just continue to lie like MSNBC does. But The truth is that, look, Trump has a long shot at actually getting into the office. He has the support, but they have the appearance of support, and they're going to try to rig things. They lie and accuse you of defamation when they're the ones defaming you. Now, speaking of that, we don't want our country to turn into the United Kingdom. As our next story is that there's British tyranny. Police raid and arrest an 11-year-old child, this is true, for attending a recent anti-immigration protest. So if you don't want illegal Venezuelan migrants taking over your apartment complex, they don't go after the illegals. Eventually, they'll come after you for trying to stop it. British police have raided and arrested an 11-year-old child for participating in a spate of recent anti-immigration protests, some of which turned violent. Local police confirmed the arrest of the child on Thursday as they widened their crackdown against political dissidents. Police arrested an 11-year-old boy suspected of taking part in riots in Northeast earlier this month. The young boy was one of 14 people arrested during a series of raids in Teesside carried out by the Cleveland police in the early hours of Wednesday. If you want to understand what happened here, there's nothing else to say except a kid was arrested for literally attending a protest, which then they call a riot. And then they continue to say, well, we have to put kids in jail. Seriously? You don't care about the rape gangs from the illegal aliens? You care more about a child who happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time? If you don't think our country could get there, believe me, it can. And that's why J.D. Vance and Donald Trump are fighting back. J.D. Vance said that she can go to hell and blast Kamala Harris for attacking President Trump over visiting Arlington National Cemetery with Abbey Gate families. Trump's running mate and Iraq war veteran Senator J.D. Vance blasted Kamala Harris for her campaign's criticism of President Trump's visit to Arlington National Cemetery on Monday to mark the third anniversary of the Abbey Gate terror attack in Afghanistan. Trump participated in 3 wreath-laying ceremonies at the tomb of the unknown soldier for 3 service members killed in the attack and then joined the families and survivors at Section 60 to honor the fallen grave sites. It goes on to say here that speaking at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania on Wednesday, Vance responded to Harris, but to have those 13 Americans lose their lives and not fire a single person is disgraceful. Kamala Harris is disgraceful. If we want to talk about a story out of those 13 brave, innocent Americans who lost their lives, it's that Kamala Harris is so asleep at the wheel that she won't even do an investigation to what happened, but wants to yell at Donald Trump for showing up. She can go to hell. And I happen to agree with that. The backwardsness of our nation is absolutely astounding. The fact that they say that Trump's the problem when they let more Americans die from fentanyl, illegal immigration, murders, and even out in the field, they've abandoned us and they continue to run a shit show of a country. I'm Elijah Schaffer. Thank you for watching the Gateway Pundits Weekend Review. If you like this video, don't forget to drop a like and leave a comment. Also, subscribe to our mug club at thegatewaypundit.com. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.